a Ludo card trick using a pack of cards, and it actually uses the 4 aces. Now, out of all of the aces, the most difficult ace to do card tricks with is the ace of spades. That's because the ace of spades is a very independent ace. It always likes to do, only what it does, what it wants to do. I mean, once it's with its friends, it won't do what the other ones do, for example. So, for example, we have the ace of spades. If I show you the ace of spades, first of all, this. Okay, so this is a Ludo card trick using the 4 aces. 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. Now, it's a well-known fact that the ace of spades is the most difficult ace to do card tricks with. And I mean, all of the other aces, they're very easy to do tricks with. But the ace of spades is very independent. It, will never do what what you wanted to do once it's with these 3 friends, these 3 mates. So, for example, here we have the ace of spades on the top, and here we have a red ace on the bottom. Now, supposing I want, one of those aces to turn face up, I'll give it a little twist like this. It won't be the ace of spades that turns face up, it will be a red ace that turns face up. So that red ace turns face up. But if I give another twist like this, even another twist, now that ace turns face down, and now this time a black ace turns face up. If I turn the black ace face down and give another twist like this, now the other red ace turns face up. But if I want the ace of spades to turn itself face up, it will never ever turn face up. That's because it's very independent and it will just won't do what you want it to do. Now, one way out of this problem is to train the ace of spades by putting it into the pack and trying getting it to turn face up whilst it's in the middle of the pack. So for example, I'll give you a card to shuffle and so it gets lost in the pack. So obviously the ace is not on the top, and that ace of spades is also not second from the top. It's not even on the bottom. I mean, it's nowhere near the bottom. But if I just give it a little twist like this, now actually the ace of spades does actually turn itself face up in the middle of the packet. Now, once again, if I just shuffle it into the pack, so it's gone. Once again, the ace of spades is gone. So once again, it's not on the top. It's also again not second from the top. It's also not on the bottom. But once again, if I just give it a little twist like this, now the ace of spades does actually turn itself face up in the middle of the pack, and there it is. So now it's learned how to turn itself face up once it's in the pack. So you try and do it in the pack, but first of all, it wants to do its other tricks first of all. And one of its favourite tricks is to leave it on the bottom and then make it jump to the top. So obviously it's not on the top, but now it's on the top. That's because that's one of its favourite tricks. Now another one of your favourite tricks is to take the ace of spades and squeeze, and give a squeeze like this, and it disappears. That's one of his very favourite tricks, and it's actually completely gone. So that means there's only 3 cards. Now there's a red ace. That's an ace. There's another red ace, and there's also another. And there's the other black ace, but there's no sign of the ace of spades. But if I give it a little twist like this, sometimes the ace of spades does consent to come back again, and there it is, it's come back again. And sometimes it will even eventually do what it's supposed to do in the beginning, because it feels very embarrassed it wasn't doing it after all this time. And eventually it does actually turn itself face up because it's been trained whilst it was in the pack. But the ace of spades becomes so embarrassed that it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do in the beginning that it blushes. And when it blushes, it turns a bright red. And there it is.